everybody, it is Dreaded Scoper here again, and I'm here to bring you guys me rebuilding the Toronto Blue Jays. The reason I'm doing this is because I think they have a ton of pieces that can easily be moved to get other pieces to make their team just better in general. I think they have a lot of talented players, but I don't think they're as good for the team as people think they are. So, alright, I think that's just normal. So we're going to go right to trades. I was going to do, like, actually make them go to the playoffs and everything, but I realized I'd have to play, like, all those games, and that would honestly take forever. Or I could sim and just hope they get to the playoffs. But I don't think that's really going to prove much. So, anyways, I'm just going to start with these guys, and then I'm using the current roster just because that's, the most current, obviously. One of the first things I would like to do, I'm going to end up getting rid of Troy Tulowitzki just because of the fact that most of the people in this league are righties when they are pitching, and you kind of want to focus more on those stats more than the lefties. And I just think that it's more important to have those righty stats. So I'm going to focus on that. What else can I do? We'll just do this. So we got starting pitchers 86, 83, 81, 80, and 78. For pitchers, you kind of want to make sure you always get, all 80s. They have R.A. Dickey, which that's a knuckleballer, so he'll be fine. Aaron Sanchez, that's not looking too pretty. Alright, so they got a ton of work to do, obviously. I don't understand how they're even first. Brett Cecil is a solid, or ninth, Brett Cecil is a solid relief pitcher. Jason Grilly. You can work with that. And they have a solid closer, so that's not bad. Russell Martin's a solid catcher. Edwin Encarnacion, he can do it for first base. Chris Colabella he'll get traded, or one of these two will get traded. Devin Travis, not horrendous, not really bad. He's not great. He's not really that good either, but doable. Josh Donaldson, he might end up being gone. Michael Saunders. I like him. I like him a lot in Diamond Dynasty too. Kevin Pillar is a great fielder, so we'll keep him. And Jose Bautista. Alright, so I already have an idea of what I'm going to do. I'm going to see... We need to get... Probably end up trading Troy Tulowitzki just because he is a good defender. So you actually could keep Troy Tulowitzki. Where are we here? Let's get rid of Encarnacion for a second and see what that does. Because I honestly think they don't have too many holes. They need some starting pitchers, and that's honestly their weakness. Nathan Eovaldi here. Splitter, slider, curveball. He's a solid pitcher. So you could easily get Nathan Eovaldi for Edwin Encarnacion. And then you could probably get... Who the hell is this guy? What else do they need? Second baseman? Starling Castro? That would put you a little bit over. And you could do this. How is A-Rod 87 still? How did he get to 87? This isn't current roster. He's an 83. Pretty sure he's an 83. Anyways, so Encarnacion and Devin Travis for Starling Castro and Nathan Eovaldi. This isn't a pretty trade. You're getting rid of a very, very solid... In fact, this isn't a really pretty trade at all. You're getting rid of a very solid player in Encarnacion. But to be 100% honest, guys... Oh, he's so nice, though, hitting-wise. You know, I gotta keep him. He's just so nice hitting-wise, it's just you can't get rid of him. We do this. Get rid of his shortstop, and then maybe get Gregorius. Because the thing about Gregorius is he's not a good hitter, but he's a solid defensive shortstop. I guess not as nice as I thought he was. Well, we'll keep him for now. So, that's what we're going to do. That's going to fill up some cap space. Not really. Not really that much at all, actually. But we'll get an extra starting pitcher, and we'll get a better second baseman. And just trying to get rid of Troy Tulowitzki because he's going downhill right now. And we don't want him on our team. So, and we still have Darwin Barney, who is not a good hitter, but he's got good vision, which is actually very important. And you could probably just use contact, and he'll probably still bat like 250 to 300. So, and he's a solid fielder. So, let's see here. Who do we got? I'm liking the outfielders. The only one I'm not too fond about is the fact that we do have Jose Bautista. Let's see if we can get someone different. See if we can get like Adam Eaton. Now guys, this is about more like trading your star players and getting a ton in return. So it's not like, alright, let's just go get Mike Trout on every team. That's not really like the goal. Just because that's not how you build your team. I see a lot of Diamond Dynasty teams nowadays that have like a ton of just they'll have like Mike Trout and the rest of their team is like bronze. That's just stupid, okay? Like there's no reason to have one really good player. It's baseball, it's a team game, first of all. This isn't basketball where you can just get like LeBron James or Michael Jordan and then win like 90% of your games because you have those two people. You need a team. So I know it stinks getting rid of them, but Huh. Maybe we can get like a solid pitcher. Walks. Matt Latos used to be nice. He's got some solid pitches too. He's got a cutter and a two-seamer. They go the opposite way. Slider and curve. We're not going to get Quintana. He does not have as nice of pitches. You can do that. Jose Bautista for Adam Eaton, who, first of all, guys, some of you guys are like, oh, why would you trade him? Adam Eaton has solid contact, still has solid vision, an even better fielder, and even faster. So he's definitely a lot more valuable, I think, than Jose Bautista can be. Granted, Bautista will hit you some home runs every now and again. He'll hit you like 40 to 50 home runs in a season. But Adam Eaton will get on base, he'll steal some bases, he'll cause havoc, and he's a better defender, first of all. And then you're also getting Austin Jackson, who's another moving piece. He's also fast. He's also a pretty solid fielder, and he also has decent contact. So, again, you're trading, your star players, and then you're also getting a starting pitcher, which is what the Blue Jays need. I mean, obviously, this team does not have great starting pitching at all. In fact, they might have terrible starting pitching. They don't have an ace. They don't have... I just got their second guy, or their third guy. Estrada is not a second pitcher in the league. Sanchez is not a third pitcher. I guess Dickey could be a fourth, but that's because he's a knuckleballer. There's no... So, I'm going to do that trade. Now you'll see, we got solid... Our pitching isn't great. Matt Latos went down to a 78 for some reason. R.A. Dickey keeps going down because he's going to get pissed off. I don't know why Brett Cecil would go from an 80 to a 79. I'm pretty sure he was a 86. So everyone's getting pissed off because I'm making solid trades. Edwin Camarson, so we have a solid first baseman. He's going to be our power hitter. He also has decent contact, actually, so he's a pretty solid hitter. Chris Colabella is probably going to be traded. Russell Martin's not a good hitter, but again, your catcher is meant for defense, not hitting. We're going to go with the second baseman, Starling Castro. He's solid with contact, a decent fielder, decent speed. you know, your second baseman isn't going to be amazing. So Josh Donaldson will probably be our third baseman. He's really good against lefties and pretty solid against righties. His vision's a little annoying, but he's a solid fielder and decent speed. Darwin Barney's going to be a solid shortstop. Again, the vision is very important. Vision's almost just as good as contact, guys. Vision is the stat that determines how big your bat is, basically. So that circle that you see when you swing, that's your vision. So the higher the vision is, the better chance you're going to make contact. And if you're using contact, the better chance you get a hit. So, you know, it's very important to have good vision, especially with contact hitters. Michael Saunders, I'm probably actually going to get rid of him. He is a good fielder, or he has good arm strength and has solid speed. But again, his vision isn't the best. Let's see if we can get a better left fielder. You know, maybe we can, what the hell am I doing? Huh. Yeah, that figures. Justin Upton, he's a power hitter. It's not... Alex Gordon has always been one of my favorite hitters, or fielders. I just love watching videos of him throwing people out in left field. Gerard Dyson, he's interesting. I did absolutely nothing. If I can get Gerard Dyson and maybe someone like when is Eric Hosmer at 91? I swear, these ratings are not like 100%, guys. Don't even look at the overall when you're picking your people. Maybe I can get like some kind of picture from these guys. Yeah, that's not happening. Jeez, their bullpen really drops off. What happened? Do they really only have 3 people in their bullpen? They have 4 people in their bullpen. Now, granted, their 4 people are really good, but what? Alright, well, Gerard Dyson's a solid player, but I'm trying to see if I can get anything else. Omar Infante is a solid player too. That vision at 87 is... Oh, there it is. There it is. Mike Moustakas, solid vision. Again, his contact isn't great, but again, he'll probably bat like 250, and he's a good fielder too. Oh, that's actually brutal. Alright. That's actually really annoying. I can't get anybody else. Maybe if I add Chris Colabella or something. Huh. I've always thought about getting some of these guys. Oh, Jesus. Never mind, I didn't think about that. I was thinking about Colabella, Edison Volquez. What? How is he in a higher overall, but they would rather... Alright, whatever. So this is where you could actually go to your starting pitchers. And, since R.A. Dickey's gonna be a little whiny cockfucker about this shit, we're gonna get rid of him. Plus, he's not gonna actually do anything. I'm not the biggest fan of knuckleballers in this game either. It's just they're not really enjoyable to... Like, they don't move as much, and it's just too easy to hit. Like, there's no... The way that it's set up, I just feel like it's easy to hit knuckleballers in this game. It's a lot easier to hit knuckleballers than it is to hit, like, fastballs, so... And that's just because of the vision. Like, if you have a ton of vision and you're, you know, if you need to take up this much, like, this is the strike zone, some of the people's vision is honestly like this, and it takes up the entire strike zone and more. So it's like, no matter where you throw a knuckleball, the person will hit it just because of the fact that, I mean, it's the game. So, I already have an idea of what I'm doing next, but I'm going to check out more more teams. Matt Duffy is a solid player. And you know what? That's actually an option here. What happened? Oh, wait. See, now this is something that you could honestly do. The Giants are actually one of the few teams... Well, no. Yeah, they're one of the few teams I really like. The Giants, the Royals, and I'm sure there's other teams too. But those are the first two that come to my mind. Their players are just overall solid. So I can get Josh Donaldson, guys. And this is just like simple stuff. Joe Panik is an amazing hitter and a solid defender. And I'm using him in Diamond Dynasty. Matt Duffy is a solid hitter with solid contact and vision. Solid speed. And the fielding it's not the best. It's actually pretty bad. But again, I mean, that is his big downfall. But again, he's a solid hitter. So hopefully he makes up for those errors. Brandon Crawford, one of the best defensive shortstops in the league right now. If not the best. Him and Andrelton Simmons are probably right up there with anybody else. So he's a solid shortstop to get. Again, his hitting stats aren't terrible. His vision is not great. But he's not used for hitting, and he's got decent speed, so he's going to be there. He's got solid zones, too. So he is, apparently doesn't have stats this year. But, I mean, he bats 250, and that's good enough the past couple of years. It's basically around 250. 21 home runs last year. So, I mean, that's solid. That's just solid. Matt Duffy, 12 home runs. That's honestly not bad. He almost hit 300. And then Joe Panik hit 300. So it's like, then you're getting rid of someone that hit, basically 300. And I just think that it's better to have a solid team. So I'm actually going to do this, but I do need to give up one more person, and that's probably just going to be... Yeah, I guess. Can I... Alright. So, there that shit goes. Now that the Giants have that, we can get rid of Starlin Castro, and we can get Josh Donaldson back. So what we're going to do here... Does this even make sense? No. This really wouldn't even... I don't know what I'm doing. Starlin Castro does need to go, though. So we should probably get... Let's just go to catcher. We have Russell Martin, good enough. Edwin Encarnacion, good enough. Joe Panik's going to be good. Shit. Why is he on... Oh, it's because I have Castro titties. Alright, so Joe Panik is going to be good once he gets back up to the majors. He's just beyond pissed off. Matt Duffy is going to be solid. Brandon Crawford. Gerard Dyson in left field. You don't really need arm strength in left field. Mainly because the bases that you're going to throw to from the outfield is second base. And second base is just as far as any other position. Third base, which is really close to left field, so you don't need arm strength. Like if someone's trying to go from second to third on a fly ball to left, I mean, that ball is basically going to have to hit the wall for you to even attempt that. So I'm fine with that. And he's a good fielder, and he's got decent hitting stats, good bunting. Kevin Pillar, who I might end up changing. He's a really good fielder and solid speed, and then right field, Dominic Brown. I should probably get a right fielder. So we'll end up trading Starling Marte, Didi Gregorius, and Austin Jackson for a right fielder. Mark Trumbo is not bad, but you know who I actually want? And this is actually surprising. This guy won a Gold Glove in right field, guys. And it's Cole Calhoun. Now, I look at this guy, and let's look at his stats. Against righties, he's got 270s with contact and power. Lefties is basically 260s. So he's not a bad hitter. He's a pretty decent hitter. His clutch is good, so he's going to perform in the clutch. He's got good hot zones, and he's not going to get injured. He's got amazing fielding stats, as I fudge up. And his speed is 58, which isn't great, but again, it's not terrible. Anything over 50 for speed is at least good enough. So we're going to get Cole Calhoun. Get Craig Gentry instead of, whatchamacallit, Johnny G. I don't like this guy. I have my player on this team, and honestly, he makes an error like once every single game. It's just annoying. You could get a better... Oh, budgetary constraints? Are you shitting me? How? Oh, they need to give up more money. Oh, that's good. Ooh! Okay, so if you ever try and rebuild the Blue Jays, guys, that was a perfect trade. Just go back, look at that trade, and where the shit did he go? Wait. Honestly, what the hell just happened? Did I seriously just get screwed over a pitcher? Why is he in AA? Move to MLB. Alright, well, who else is in the MLB? But why is this guy... Move to AAA. Yes. Move to the MLB. You're going to have to do a ton of this stuff. But at the end of the day, it'll be worth it. He's average. He's got good pitches. He's got decent pitches. I don't like the fact that he's going to walk everybody, and he does not have good pitches. Back to AAA with you, fuckboy. I am honestly happy about this rotation. Relief pitchers Joe Smith and Brett Cecil will be solid. They're both 80s. So that's going to be honestly great. Obviously, these guys in the majors. Joe Panic, why are you not? Of course you're in the MLB. Why would they put him in the MLB but not Panic? That doesn't make any sense. Why do we have a rookie? Do we not have a third baseman? Move to AAA. Matt Duffy's going to be solid. Why do we have 4 freaking... We'll move this guy to... Well, yeah, move him to AAA. Cole Calhoun. Why? Move to AAA. Yes. Move to MLB. Oh, and we have Adam Eaton, too. Oh, I completely forgot about him. Oh, you're shooting me in the testicles right now. Oh, both these guys are insanely good. What's, Adam Eaton's arm accuracy is 56. So honestly, you can get rid of either one of them. So let's go back here, make some trades. Right fielders, Cole Calhoun, or... Calhoun's in the final year of his contract. But honestly, I would resign him. He's only he's 28. Adam Eaton's 27. Jesus. Let's look at the lineup. You have Drought Dyson, Adam Eaton here. Oh, we have a DH. Duh, we play in the frickin' AL. That's probably one of the best parts about the AL. No, Edwin Encarnacion is by far going to be your 4th hitter. Cole Calhoun is not a good 3rd hitter, but you honestly don't have much of a choice with this lineup. Joe Panic should be batting 2nd. You have a ton of guys that have basically the same hitting stats. You don't have much of a bench. It's not really important. So Garrett Richards, Marcus Stroman, Edison Volquez, Marco Estrada, and Nathan Eovaldi. First of all, Nathan Eovaldi. Nathan Eovaldi's younger by 6 years. Yeah, and you're really not going to run out of bullpen guys, to be honest. So anyways, guys, that's my gist of who you should get basically for the Blue Jays. As you can see, going down the list of overalls, 89, 88, 86, 85, 85, 85, 83, 82, 82, 81, 81, 81, 81, 80, 80, 88. And it's just getting a lot of these 80 overall players because those are the guys that are really valuable to your team. And granted, you need a star, but I might have traded away one too many of their players. But honestly, guys, this team's solid. Granted, they're great defensively, and they might need a little bit of work on the bats. But you got people like Joe Panik, who's going to get on base, and then Edwin Encarnacion is going to need to hit like 20,000 home runs this season. So, you got solid players all around. I mean, Kevin Pillar's got 70 contact for lefties and almost 70 for righties. Adam Meehan's got almost 80 contact. I mean, he's getting on base a lot. I mean, you have two solid relief pitchers with Joe Smith and Brett Cecil. So, I mean, just overall, guys, it's going to be a lot of getting on base and just singles and doubles and just singling the crap out of people. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Can I see where my power rankings are, maybe? Oh, there's free agents, too. So, I mean, if you needed a closing pitcher, I mean, if you need another relief pitcher, guys, just go to free agency and just pick up you can probably get some solid players in free agency. So, anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope you guys enjoy this. Leave a comment for whatever team you guys want me to do next, and I will try and do that, or just, let me know some players, so it's like, hey, I'm on the, Orioles, and I want to get rid of some of these guys. Who would be my best trade? What would be my best trade, and, what would help me out most? Because granted, yeah, you can get Mike Trout and, Clayton Kershaw, but that's two people out of a 40-man roster that you need to fill. It's more important to get, a ton of 80s, low, mid-80s, and, get a ton of those guys, because, I mean, it's just more value from them. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I will see you guys in the next video. See you.